This video goes out to every single man that's ever passed comment on another man's hairline. This video goes out to every single man that's ever sat down and rated another man out of 10 to try and assess his value. Guys, I have been seeing a real trend everywhere recently, and this trend is other men putting other men down because they are too scared to deal and manage their own insecurities. I find it crazy. I've spoken several times on this YouTube channel about the amount of conflict that I feel that there is in the world. But one of the things that I never thought I would be doing would be discussing the amount of conflict that there is between men and men. So when I say men and men, as is the case with everything, there is this inherent need that guys have to split themselves into different subcultures and different sub-niches. You've got red pill versus black pill. You've got men go their own way versus feminism and whatever else. It is crazy. And the worrying thing is that I don't see this stopping everywhere. So this is the plea that I am making to every single one of you. We have to start being better than this. This shit absolutely cannot carry on. Because the more this carries on, the more we subject and the more we create this narrative and this stereotype that all men are bad. And the more this carries on, the more inceldom we create and the more frustrated and bitter young men we continue to create. So why do I say this? There is a real trend in modern day society, not just with men, but there is a real trend nowadays for people not holding themselves to account. And you see it everywhere in terms of the way people allow themselves to look. You see it in terms of the way people can't manage and control their own mental health and don't want to seek support for it. You see it with men that just continue to bash out time on Pornhub, beat it every single night because they don't have the confidence to talk to and approach real women. You see it with men that throw hatred at women everywhere online, and it just continues to carry on and it doesn't seem to stop. So why do I say this? And why do I feel like this is something that's particularly important? Well, I always tackle men's mental health on this YouTube channel. I always talk on mental health in general, but for me, I direct this content towards men when it comes to mental health because this is something that I feel that I can really impact. But I'm getting pissed off because I'm finding it hard to defend a lot of the actions online. So, case in point, right? I can scroll through Instagram and I can see a guy puts out a video. I can see a guy puts out some content. You scroll down a couple of pages and you'll see someone's written something like, mate, your hair's falling out. Then you go online and you can see another content, and this time a guy's talking about his fitness routine. You can scroll down and you've got people saying, well done mate, that's really good, keep at it. You can scroll down and you can people saying this is fantastic and this is motivational. But then you'll just get one person at the bottom that just writes something like, dude, you're probably about 16% body fat, 17% body fat. My advice would be this. You've got some type of internet expert that feels that it's his responsibility to try and change and try and offer unsolicited advice. This shit is carrying on and this shit is beginning to spread more and more and more. So why do I think this happens? Well, if you've got insecurities, you need to try and find your value. And one of the best ways that you can find your value is to try and compare yourself to other people. And if you don't like where you're subconsciously scoring against other people, the best way for you to give yourself that value back is to put that other person down. It's like a value exchange, right? You've got someone who you subconsciously think is above you, so the easiest way to try and bring them down to your level is to put them down and to try and make them feel that that's the case. This is a false paradox. This is a negative use of time. And this is something that doesn't help resolve or manage anything in a positive way. It is absolutely no coincidence that every time I get negative feedback from someone, I can click on that person's YouTube channel and they've either got 0 subscribers and they're trying to start a YouTube channel, they've either got a gaming YouTube channel where you never see their face, or they've got something that really you would link to someone who doesn't leave the house a lot, or you've got something that really just doesn't have that much of a place in modern day life. I can remember a comment that I got last year, maybe 18 months ago. It was when I was putting out my long-haired YouTube videos, and it was when I was getting really consistent comments on that. And I can still remember it. I scrolled through and I had loads of positive comments from guys saying that it was motivational. And then I just found this one comment from this one guy telling me that I had a weak chin and that the best way to resolve my weak chin would be to grow a beard. And then I think around about 6 months to a year ago, I produced some content with YouTuber Thomas in Action. Content got really, really good feedback. And there was a guy that followed me on Instagram and he commented on one of my posts just asking how I managed to go through life when I've got such a large forehead and how I stopped it holding me back. Now, in isolation, I don't particularly think that either of these comments are actually that bad. And in isolation, I actually choose not to take these as insults. But what do they really say? Well, number one, why the fuck do you care about another guy's forehead? And number two, why the fuck do you care about another guy's chin? I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. In the scheme of other things in life to care about, my forehead and my chin should not even be in your top priority list, let alone anywhere in your priority list. But it's not just me that gets these comments, and I really do see it everywhere. And initially, when I read those comments and I see those comments, you feel a little bit gutted, right? You feel a bit personally attacked that someone's come at you with a negative comment about your appearance. But actually, when you reflect and you actually see it, you can kind of understand it. These are people that aren't taking accountability for their own insecurities. These are people that aren't taking accountability for things that they want to change. So the easiest way to manage that lack of accountability is to throw an insult at a random YouTuber, a random Instagram picture, or a random Instagram profile that they find and try and give themselves back that value. This is everywhere with the black pill movement, and this is just everywhere across the manosphere. And it's one of the reasons why when I put out content like this, or content relating to men's mental health, I will always try and encourage men to support each other because it's important. But every now and again, I reach a point where I just think, fuck that. These people need to take actions, and these people need to take accountability for what they do. So, what's the moral and what's the closing point of this video? Guys, number one, first and foremost, support each other. Support your bros, support your best mates, support whatever they're going through and lend yourself out there so that they can support you in return and you can have a really healthy friendship. Number two, hold yourself accountable. If you want to be good at something, make sure you're good at something. If you want to be better looking, make yourself better looking. If you want to be more successful, put in the work. That shit's obvious, right? But number three, guys, give yourself value by actually doing the development work to learn and gain that value. Don't give yourself value by putting other people down. Because let's face it, right? There's a generation of men that are behaving like little boys, behaving like little bitchy girls in the playground, and they're not being called out for it, and they're not taking account for that. So I'm gonna leave this video there. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, guys, if you liked it, please can I ask you to click like and subscribe down below. And if you really liked it, I am also offering one-on-one coaching at the website down below. But as always, guys, nothing but love. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.